Hey guys, it's Tori and I'm here right now with Thrice. How are you guys doing?
We are great. It's a lovely day in Florida. It's not too hot or sweaty.
Yes?
Yeah.
I was gonna say just give it a couple more hours. But we're here at the, what did you call it, Rockville?
I don't know.
Rockville, either way. How are you guys enjoying it so far? The day's only starting, but have you had a chance to look around at all?
I was just kind of loaded in and we were going to
Ate some chips.
Yeah.
Admired the gulls here. Yeah, pretty gulls.
Cool seagulls.
Blackhead.
Blackhead, black wings.
Well, you guys are no stranger to festivals, that is for sure. So welcome to Rockville is just one of many for you. But, you know, festivals like this go all the way back to Woodstock. It's nothing new. But what do you think it is about festivals today that makes them just such an important part of rock culture?
I mean, for us, it's fun to get to see bands that we've met through the years at times, and gets, you know, because you're not getting to tour with that band all the time, but you make friends and you're like, hey, we're all at these festivals together sometimes. So I think that's one of the cooler parts of it.
I think it's just a really big bill, eclectic. Usually, you know, it's a chance to see a lot of bands in a very compressed amount of time.
I'm sure in some ways being on the same tour with the same bands every day can get a little monotonous, so this is sort of a step out of the usual for sure. And let's talk about your music a little bit here. To Be Everywhere is To Be Nowhere is the album that's out right now. And no big deal, but it's been a hot minute since we've heard new music from you guys, and this is the first in a while. So what was it like for you guys to take a break and then come back? How was your mindset different going into this album?
Should I hold it?
Sure, if you'd like to.
I just feel bad. All right. We took a couple years off, and it was super helpful to just reset. We'd been going a long time at that point, so this year's gonna be 20 years as a band, which is crazy.
Not to age yourself or anything, right?
Yeah, not to age ourselves. And we are just finishing, actually wrapping up a new record that will hopefully be out later this year. So, but I mean, taking a break is super healthy in a bunch of ways. So,
absolutely.
Take a break.
So how is the new album that you guys are currently working on going to be different from the last one? Now that you've had that reset and you've gone through the little break, you're coming back again for the next one. So how are you feeling about it?
I realized the other day, we usually, like in the past, we'd been really kind of reactive to whatever we'd just done when we'd make a new record and be like, okay, we're not doing that. And I feel like when we came back from the break, we had space, so we weren't reacting to anything. And then I feel like this record doesn't feel that reactive to Be Everywhere, in my opinion.
You look like you're thinking really hard right now.
I haven't thought about that. It doesn't. Because usually it's like, oh, we did this the last record. I guess it's not even that conscious, but it's kind of like we did this last record. Let's try to branch out this way next time or whatever. I guess that wasn't really there.
I don't know. We often have ideas of what we're gonna do getting into a record, and most times it just ends up going its own direction anyway. So
right.
Yeah. It always just does its own thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, this is all very vague, but I'm excited to see what comes next with the next album when we eventually hear it. And thinking back also to some of your earlier releases, so I feel like your songs are kind of a staple at events like Emo Nite that have been on the come up as of lately, especially the Artist in the Ambulance. You can't have an Emo Nite without it. So what are your thoughts on events like that are kind of bringing a new life to songs that were released almost 15 years ago?
That's funny. I wouldn't imagine us being played at the Emo Nite, but
I've definitely heard you guys at the Emo Nite. Okay. I host my own also, so you're always on the playlist, but
that's cool. I don't know. I've never been to an Emo Night, so I don't know how I feel about it exactly, but it seems fun for if you want to listen to emo and drink a beer.
We're old enough to be vintage now, so that's
Well, yeah, I would consider you guys to be staples of the event, and it is kind of cool to hear your music kind of making a little comeback at events like that, for sure. And, you know, although those songs are, of course, celebrated by fans, and always people look forward to hearing them, you're not just a nostalgia band. In fact, I think your latest album is some of my favorite work that I've heard from you guys. So how do you kind of strike that balance of pleasing the fans that want to hear their older music and also making sure you're pushing the new material so people just know how great it is and are paying attention?
I think the key thing is before you even get there, making sure that your mindset is to make the best music you've ever made and just continue forward. I feel like a lot of bands, especially bands who've taken breaks, come back and are trying to recapitalize on something before, and it feels boring and insincere, and that's never something that we're interested in doing. So like with this last record, I think a lot of people, I think it was the best response we've had to a new record ever, probably. So we were playing a lot of new songs out of the gate, and people were really excited about it. So we were excited to play new songs, and but at the same time trying to balance putting some stuff in there. We have so many songs at this point, it's really hard to balance anything.
Right.
So, we'll try to play some songs that are kind of seem like they're staples that people want to hear, and then also that work well live and are kind of tested and true, and then we'll try to throw some weird in there, a B-side that we haven't played ever or whatever. So
yeah, absolutely. It's important to let the music speak for itself, and you guys are definitely doing that.
We're not good at speaking for ourselves, so it's better to let the music do it.
I mean, you're doing pretty good so far. But what are the other upcoming plans after this festival that fans can look forward to from you guys? Of course, the new music that you mentioned. Is there anything else?
Yeah, we should be getting out on the road. We'll be going to Europe in a month or so, and then should be hitting the States before the year's out, and hopefully some new music for you all.
Very good. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was great talking to you both. And everybody watching, make sure you check out Thrice if you haven't already. Honestly, where have you been? Subscribe for more interviews, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Peace.